hello folks, and welcome to my channel once again, another video. I'm here with you in, I think it's pronounced Meissen. I'm not entirely sure which county I'm in. It kind of borders South Yorkshire, Nottinghamshire and Lincolnshire. I think I'm in South Yorkshire because, as you just saw, Bawtry is just 4 miles up the road. So I'm here out on my bike yet again. It's a Friday, day off. I'm on a long distance ride. Of course, that's why you're here, right? 235 kilometres today. Go straight into a headwind. Now it's been alright going down here. There's been lots of straights, lots of into the wind, but I've been tucked in on my air bars, practicing those because I've not had those for long. And my average speed's been alright. I've done about 25 kilometre average up to now, so going well, making good progress. So it's the day before Halloween. Ooh. And the weather is incredibly mild for this time of year. You can see I'm wearing a long sleeve jersey, gilet, and under that lot is a sleeveless base layer as well. I think the weather forecast when I left said between 13 and 17 degrees Celsius, which for the end of October, you can't argue with that, can you? Love this time of year. Autumn is my second most favourite season. The colours, not so much the wind, but the changing of the seasons is so dramatic, isn't it? And of course, like most of you watching this now, the thing I hate the most about autumn is the likelihood of rain increases, and second ride in a row that'll be a brief spell of rain in it. I mean, it's hard to go out on a ride this time of year without some rain falling. So I'm hoping it's a short spell, and the forecast said it's going to give rise to clear spells, so got my fingers crossed. So I'm now heading south down the Great North Road, which I think is still classed as an A road, but traffic levels are very much B road like. So you're probably wondering where I'm heading today. I've not told you yet, really, have I? Throw a route up on the screen, and if you want to see afterwards where I've ridden, down below the video. So at some point I'll be passing through Southwell and then on towards Nottingham, crossing at the Gunthorpe Bridge, continuing south as far as a little village called Harby. After that I'll be heading towards Belvoir Castle in the east, where I'll be stopping at Cafe Alley. Now, like most of my rides this year, it's been about riding solo, just me connecting with nature, not necessarily connecting with people. And the stop at Cafe Alley today will literally be connecting with nature, as I'll be going to the toilets there, refreshing the water bottles. I may or may not get something at the cafe itself, opting for convenience stores today, co-ops, small shops, forecourts, places like that. And to be honest, there won't be much stopping going on. Clubber Park looks absolutely fantastic in autumn. Just gone through the gates, heading down Lime Tree Avenue. We're gonna rock down to Lime Tree Avenue. I'm gonna be turning left at the bottom. Sorry about that musical interlude there. I don't know what came over me. Can turn left at the bottom and navigate my way through the park. As many of you will know, I've started using Ride with GPS a little bit now, and I'm just going through a little village called Eakering, and it just advised me to go down Sandy Lane. As the name suggests, Gravelly and sandy. It's just off to my left. See if you can see very well. Down there Not through the gate, but through the other bit, a muddy track. No thank you, but it's blatantly obvious why it's trying to take me down there, because in Ickering there's a 10% climb into the village. It's only a short little thing, then you roll back out again. But because I've ridden around here many times in the past, I know exactly where I wanted to be going, so yeah, no, it's not perfect. A little bit of a reprieve from the wind this morning as I'm travelling east. Oh, it's lovely. Just enjoy it for a little while. Morning. So heading in the general direction of the River Trent now. Going to be crossing over at Gunthorpe Bridge. Now whilst the wind's behind me, and hopefully you can hear me okay, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be starting a new feature midweek. In fact, it's probably going to be Friday, so the end of the week, as we head into autumn and winter, doing a little bit less riding. So what is it? Well, I know the core audience coming to my channel, I would like to think most of them are here to watch me suffer on long distance rides and things like that. So I had to bear that in mind when introducing this feature. At the same time, I'm trying to broaden my appeal a little bit more. I can guarantee though, you'll love it. I'll tell you a little bit more about it further up the road. 3/4 of the way through the ride is just past 75k. So I thought I'd show you the bike I'm riding today for those of you new to the channel, not seen my bike before. Today I've chosen to ride my Sonda Clearbury. They're Vision Team 35 wheels. I've got some Gator, which ones are the Gator hard shells on both the front and back. I'm riding with some Sportive HQ water bottles, supporting our NHS, bought those here this year from Sportive HQ. Down in the third bolt cage is my essentials for repairing the bike and things like that. Hopefully we'll have to go into there. As for the chain set, it's a Shimano 5034 crank and 1134 on the back. As for the lights, it's a Cat-Eye Omni 5, battery operated, brilliant. Got a Zephyr strap holding my bike pump up here. I'll find a link for that and pop it below the video. I think I found it on Amazon, yes I did. And when you click that link as well, you'll be helping out my channel. I'll get a little bit of commission. And that's the same with these bolts as well. Got two of them in place here. It was a bit tricky putting the third one in, but see how they're nice and shiny. If you watched a couple of videos ago, I was riding with Chris Skelhorn and he had some on his bike and I thought I'm going to have to get some of those. So I'm going to put a link to these bolts in the description as well. And again, if you do purchase those through Amazon, through that link, get a little bit of commission as well. So just goes a little bit of a way to support the channel. Just hanging off the tri-bars here, the aero bars. I've got a couple Cat-Eye Volt lights, front lights. One's a 1300 and one's a 1200. Probably don't need both of those, but hey, bit of a training load I guess. Up front, got my trusty Wahoo Elements. I've got this Bike Train Run top tube bag. It's got my phone in there, got some few snacky things. Got a power bank in there as well today because I want to take my time and it might be a little bit too close to core. It's quite surprising how the battery life can quickly disappear. Going to the back of the bike, I've got this charge pan saddle, and hanging off the back, you probably wonder what the hell this is. It's called an Exo Rail. So when I'm going bike packing, the Outkit saddlebag I have off the bag, there's a little groove in the top recess, there's like a recess in the bag, and this just forces into the bag and it just really holds it up so it doesn't wobble around everywhere. It's absolutely brilliant. Really has proven to be a great asset, and I don't mind that it's there all the time not being used. It gets people asking questions. But let's see what's next. It says the Garten. I can guarantee once you get further up the road I would have forgotten the name of that place. Just seeing the familiar sight of Beaver Castle off in the distance and approaching it by I think it's called Longley Lane or something like that, which I'm reliably informed by Paul Green, who I took a ride around here with a few weeks back, and he said the wind is always favourable going down Longley Lane. And today, even though I've not reached it yet, I I can say with 110% confidence that is correct, because there's a lovely south-south-westerly wind blow. It's gonna take me all the way to the bottom road. We're making way up towards Beaver Castle. Just making my way along Long Lane now to a turning for Beaver Castle. I actually stopped back that way in Harby, near the village hall. There's a shop and a tea rooms, although I avoided the tea rooms. So my next stop is just up the road here at the castle. So I'm going to use the public convenience and the opportunity to speak to you about, well, let you know what the plans are for Fridays here on the channel. I don't know if you just saw my sunglasses. Not so sunny at the moment. A little bit of rain in the air, especially over towards the castle there, which I've just come into view beyond the trees. I checked on raintoday.co.uk as I left Harby. It's nothing more than a passing shower, so once this rain's gone, I should be dry for the rest of the day. And though it's no race to get back, probably looking, I don't know, this side of 7 o'clock. I'm useless at guessing how long it takes to get home. All I know is I've gone beyond halfway now, just checking out the Wahoo. I've done 120 kilometres up to this point. There's 109 kilometres to go. So it'll be a nice tailwind. It's going to average 25 kilometres all the way back, 4 hours. I might even be back by before 6, who knows, but I'm going to go for, I'm going to say it's probably could be closer to 7. I was going to tell you about Fridays, wasn't I? So let's not wait any longer. Yeah, so what I'm going to do on Fridays, I'm actually have a guest Zoom call with for people you hopefully are familiar with in the cycling world here on YouTube. People who've got channels, some people in the future who may not have channels, just people come across on my adventures who I know are remarkable people when it comes to long distance cycling, and perhaps will be able to share some cycling tips and advice on the channel. So anyway, I'm not going to tell you who my first guest is, but I can guarantee it will be a jolly good watch. However, I can tell you about I've got a guest that coming up soon, and well, he hails from Bristol. His colours are orange and black. If you do watch his channel, he makes me laugh every time. I always look forward to his videos. He's a long distance cyclist like myself. He does all the audax stuff. He always has a rant about 5G, and he also loves taking photographs and stopping at piles of dirt. So if you do know him, you know I'm talking about Adam Watkins. Yeah, he's been on my favourite list. He's been on my watch list on YouTube for perhaps about 3 years, maybe. I always tune into his channel. He's a really funny guy. So what I want to do at this point is, if you've got any questions you'd like me to ask him, you know where to put the questions down in the comments below, and I'll put them to him whenever I speak to him, which hopefully will be this time next week, and I'll get him on the channel in a couple of weeks time. So again, if you've got any questions for Adam Watkins, stick them down below. Right, I'm going to get moving before that rain gets here, but I've got some more news to share with you a little bit later on. So there you have it. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Adam Watkins on the channel. I'm going to be asking him all about his PVP. I did meet him briefly at the beginning line, but yeah, see if he remembers a year on or more his experiences at Paris Brest Paris that he never put to video. I know lots happened in that myself on the recording the experience. That a lot of it doesn't make it to camera. It's 3.5 days of riding. That's a long time. So look at this view coming off on the left there. Look at that. Oh, and I tell you, the wind behind me. Look at that sky. Look at that sky behind me there. Ah! Just found a dead end at Foston across the dual carriageway. I don't know if it's A46, but rediscovered a route I'd done in an audax at some point, because at the bottom there's a footbridge, and I distinctly remember that coming that way before in the opposite direction, and there was loads of people. It was a summer day. There's loads of kids paddling in there and cooling down and stuff like that. Clearly on a day like today, far too cold. Foston, near Dry Doddington. I have to try and remember that one. You can probably tell the day is starting to dim. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon. There's what, maybe an hour and a bit left, maybe tops. Next turn in 2.7 kilometres, Sutton Road it says on the Wahoo. That's useful to know. Right, before it starts to get too dark, just wanted to let you know some other news as well, just going on my channel. And that is I've decided this week to take the next step and join Patreon. So if you don't know what that is, basically it's a means of supporting creators on YouTube and elsewhere. If you're looking down below the video, there's a link in there to the Patreon account. Find out a little bit more. Whew. Right, I'd love to say I'm getting towards the end of the ride. I'm due east of Newark at the moment. Look at that sky. How beautiful was that? So it's just getting up to 5 o'clock, about 5 to 5 I think it is. Glasses are off. So that's 62k to go. My average has just dropped to 23.9, despite having cycled 10-15 kilometres at and above 27s. I just don't understand it sometimes, how it drops and things. Also, I just went through Stapleford Woods. It's reminded me, have you ever noticed when you're riding through woods, your Wahoo, or perhaps even your Garmin, it doesn't know how fast you're going, it loses perspective for how fast you're going. You need to remember that when you're going through woods, how much effort you are putting in. Okay, before it gets too dark to see me, maybe you can't see me now, we're going to wrap this video up. Once again, if you've got any questions for Adam Watkins in a future video, put them in the comments below this video, and when I see him I'll put the best questions to him and see what he has to say. And once again, new feature starts next Friday. Don't forget to check it out on my channel. It will probably be Friday 7:30, so look forward to that. For me, take care, I'll see you again soon, bye bye.